So as a part of vManage bring up, we also need to configure system IP and then site ID under system configuration of the vManage. Okay, so let us go and do that configuration now. So go to the configuration mode under system IP. So system IP is a kind of a router ID, unique per device. Okay, so it should be completely unique within your SD-WAN fabric. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to configure 192.168.1.1. So this I'm nowhere using it. So this is my system IP. Okay, so you also need to configure this particular system IP. The system IP in for all the devices in your SD-WAN fabric. So it should be unique. And then site ID. Site ID should be unique per site. Okay, it is not unique per device, but it will be unique per device just in case if you have only one SD-WAN router in that particular branch. For example, if you look at our topology here, in the DC we have two VHs. That means each VH will have their unique system IP. For example, let's say 192.168.1.10 on DCR1 and 1.20 on DCR2. But they belong to the same site. So that means they should have same site ID on both the devices. Okay. Now let's go to here. So let's configure site ID as 1000 on vManage. Okay. Now let's commit. And if you see here, one more thing that we need to configure, for example, show run. I'm just doing show run system. You see, we have configured system IP and then site ID. If you remember our initial UI configuration setup, we have also configured vBond, right? If you see, we have configured vBond 9.1.5.2. But that configuration is not reflected within the vManage, because if you look at, there is no vBond configuration under the system. The one that we have configured as a part of UI will be considered when we are trying to push the template to the devices. So as of now we are doing the CLI config, so that means we need to configure this manually. So now let's go to the system and we need to configure vBond. What is our vBond? 9.1.5.2 and then commit. Okay, show run. You see now we have our vBond also configured. So this is the base configuration you can say for that particular system in order to join the complete SD-WAN fabric.